Now, the first vision is to reunite Christian students from government colleges, private school, and other institutions around the world. Now, the reason why Feca is aimed at reuniting believers. Now, the Bible spoke to us in the scriptures that one will chase 1,000 and two will chase tens of thousands. So we know you go to church, we know you sing in your church, we know you attend EPA, we know you attend Dunamis. But the reason why we convert everybody from different churches is so that there can be a unity of the faith. It takes unity to birth perfection and edification in the body of Christ. So we're not about the number aspect, we're gathering crowd. It's so that our hearts can be united in oneness. The Bible was speaking in the book of Genesis. There was a degree of oneness the people had. That even God, as sovereign as He is, He could not scatter the plan of these people's faith. What He had to do was to distort their unity. So there's power in unity. So when we are saying Feca is aimed at reuniting, it's so that you come, I come, another person come from different denominations. We now have singleness of vision. The Bible says if your eyes is single, then your body will be full of what? Light. I came to Feca, I was very naive. I had stereotypic mentality. But it got to refine and shape it. That is what they can do to you. So you go to school, you don't behave like every other person that go to school just to graduate with a degree. You go to school with a mindset that you are an evangelist. You are going to win so in this fair. You are teaching in your school. You don't just go there to collect salary. You know that you are impacting your students with the life of God. You go to your business where you are working. You know that you are not just making profits. You are bringing the governance of God into the economic sector. That is what Feca does to people. Another vision of Feca is to follow up born-again Christian students. Now, the Bible was speaking in the book of Hebrews chapter 12 verse 12 that we should lift up the hands which hang down and we should strengthen the people's knees. So one of the goal of Feca is to ensure that people that have been saved don't go back to their vomit. It's to ensure that every time you appear on Tuesday, you appear on Thursday, there is strength. The Bible was saying that as they gather, they increase instead, they wax great instead. So you come today, a measure is added. It moves from your ankle to your knees. You come on Thursday, you move from your knees to your waist level. You come again, come to a point that you become overflooded with light. So by the time you cough out light. By the time you talk light. Because you have been able to come to a point where you have been edified by reason of unity and oneness. Now the last or the third vision of Feca is to reach out to those not yet saved. So we will not be as easy in Zion. We will not be satisfied with the fact that we are saved. You know, prayer secretary was teaching, or she was leading prayer secretary, she said, earnestly content. It takes a heart of a lion. It takes a heart of a warrior to be able to bring souls to Christ. So what we are doing, this place is like a military camp, where we come together to get strange. So that when you go out there, you can bring souls to the kingdom. So you are working and you see somebody that is smoking. Instead of condemning and saying, this boy is useless, so he's smoking, this girl is useless, so she's prostituting. You now have the one, you are a mentality and understanding that as a Fecite, you have to reach out to those not yet saved. You have to ensure that people that have not yet known Christ come to the knowledge of Christ. People that have even known Christ before and have forgotten and have gone back to their bodies. You have to ensure that these people come into the knowledge of Christ. So this is the vision of Feca. Now we have core values, but for want of time, I will not be able to explain the core values of Feca. Luke chapter 18 verse 1, this is where I'll wrap up. Now we have the word, we have sacrifice, we have discipline, I'll just be talking about prayer and fasting. Now Luke 18:1 says, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint. Now one of the ways we can achieve all of these things that I've highlighted as vision of Feca is by giving ourselves to prayer and fasting. Now, after Jesus Christ left, the disciples came to a point that they were scared. They had timidity. They had a lot of challenges. But they decided to obey the instructions of Jesus before he left, and they tarried in the upper room. When they tarried in the upper room and stayed in prayers, when the Holy Ghost came, the same Peter that was scared, the same Peter that went back to his vomit, was trying to explain the encounter he had, and 3,000 gave their life to Christ. We cannot explain or beg revival or redeem life by just talking, by just trying to act righteously and blessing corporate. If we will redeem desolation, we must become a people that is given to prayer and fasting, because that is a tool to bring souls to God. So we are going to be praying this afternoon. trusting God, that the spirit of grace and supplication comes on us. Because every story of the revival movement I've heard about came by people who learn to give themselves to their needs. So revival will not come to our generation by just talking, by just wearing corporate, by just answering titles. No, if we must truly redeem desolation, we must give ourselves to prayers. The 10 just meant to travel. Can we be on our feet as we pray? Can we ask the Lord to release the spirit of grace and supplication? Because there's a spirit of intercession that must come upon men. If truly we will redeem desolation. And we're told of a widow. She was an ordinary widow, but she likes to give herself to prayer. And then she was able to bless the coming of Christ. How is it that Anna was able to labor? It was because she understood times and seasons. She knew that the coming of the Messiah was tied to her knees. She knew that the birth of the Messiah was tied to her knees. Coming out.
Somebody